The following segment is sponsored by Graves McLain. Well, what exactly is full coverage auto insurance for your automobile? And is it true that it can help protect our wallets from potential harm done by various accident scenarios? Well, to answer those questions, we've got attorney Chad McLain. He's sitting here next to me. He's got all the answers. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, it's good to have you. Okay,
Thanks.
So full coverage, what is it? What is full coverage?
So, I mean, technically and legally, full coverage is complying with compulsory insurance laws in the state of Oklahoma. That's just liability coverage. The people that we run into and talk to about claims are after the accidents happen, after they've experienced a loss, and they don't know what full coverage is. They call and say they have full coverage, and then when we look at it, it's not really full coverage. They're complying with state law, but full coverage would be you buy insurance in the beginning hoping you never have to use it, so you're paying a premium to protect you from the risk of harm in the future. And most people don't pay attention to what they're actually paying for. It's just something that's auto-drafted or some. In Oklahoma, there are a lot of uninsured people that don't pay for it.
So, exactly.
So the time you would notice this or figure out that you don't have coverage is after you've had a loss and think that you have full coverage. And so we encourage people to talk to their insurance agent. So much of it is done online. You can educate yourself pretty quickly just Googling search terms and things like that. So the things that we talk about are liability insurance. Collision coverage is a coverage that will protect you from loss when you are responsible for a collision. Comprehensive coverage is everything that's not collision. So if it's a theft, vandalism, animals, things like that, hitting animals, sometimes that would be a collision, sometimes that would be a comprehensive coverage. And then one of the most important ones is called underinsured motorist in Oklahoma, which is when you happen to be in an accident when the other person's at fault and they're underinsured to cover your loss. And that's going to be for bodily injury. Most people don't have that. Their agents are required to offer it to them and required to get someone to reject it or accept it. But it's a really important coverage.
That's the same, underinsured or uninsured. You can get yourself in a really big pickle if you don't have underinsured or uninsured insurance. I believe if you're kind of at fault. You're responsible for those bills to take care of yourself if you don't have that coverage, correct?
Right, and that, I mean, just going with the numbers and the odds in the state of Oklahoma, a large percentage of people are uninsured or underinsured. And so if you experience a loss, I mean, it could be leaving here and somebody runs a red light or whatever may happen, all the scenarios that can happen. If you're seriously injured and you do not have or underinsured coverage, it's the same coverage. But if you are not covered in that situation, it can be devastating. I mean, it can be financial ruin.
So what are the requirements here in Oklahoma? What's the minimum?
So the minimum liability limits are $25,000 and $50,000. They call that a split limit. So it's $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident.
And is there a recommendation that you give?
Well, I mean, I think it's a financial decision. I think that it kind of depends on where you sit on the financial spectrum. If you have stuff that you want to protect, then you need higher liability limits. There's also a policy that you can get over your liability policy called an umbrella policy that actually serves as an umbrella from a liability perspective for your autos and your homeowners.
Kind of covers everything.
Yeah, somebody trips and falls on your property or whatever, it will cover that too.
All right. Good to see you as always.
Thank you.
We appreciate the info.
Thanks.
Let's pop up that slate for you so you know where to go. If you have any questions, just call them. Graves McLain, they're located at 4137 South Harvard Avenue. Dial 918-359-6600. Visit their website, gravesmclain.com, or their Facebook page as well.